Terence Bud Crawford says he believes Shawn Porter is being used as a stepping stone so they can compare how he does with Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence. We're going to talk about that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I don't know how you found my video, but somehow, some way you made it. You arrived at the content. Thank you for the support. Please help others find the content by smashing the like button. It only takes a few seconds of your time and is greatly appreciated. Reach one, teach one. Crawford says, quote, when Shawn Porter called me out for the fight in 2020, it was agreed upon by both of us that it would be on our terms. I feel like he got caught up in the media, everyone saying, oh, you should fight Terence. I feel like they, meaning PBC, were using him as a stepping stone to see how me and Shawn fight go, comparing me and Errol Spence's performance against him. At the time, I was already in talks with Manny Pacquiao to fight Manny Pacquiao. I told him I got something on the table. If the fight doesn't happen, me and you can happen if that's what you really want to do. The Manny Pacquiao fight didn't happen, so we are here now. Crawford also said, I've been calling for the top welterweight since I came in the division. There was nothing really I could do. We had to bide our time and be patient. Now we're here. Shawn Porter is the one I have in front of me. This is the fight I have set for this weekend, end quote. Now, Terence Crawford, we all know, is a terrific fighter, but I can't help but notice when Crawford does these interviews, to me, it sounds like he almost has a victimhood mentality in terms of, hey, this is just the way the cookie crumbles. And I don't subscribe to that belief. I think Terence Crawford's decision-making had a lot to do with it. You look at other notable fighters from Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I ain't got to worry about it, to Manny Pacquiao, I want to, it's up to my to Oscar De La Hoya. I do believe he makes a strong case to be TBE, right? Cotto, all these, Miguel Cotto, I believe, in Jenki, right? All these guys came before Crawford and gave you the blueprint. They worked with Top Rank and they got to a level where their superstardom was almost halted by the way, whatever disagreements they had with Top Rank, and they end up leaving. Terence Crawford is one of the people, unlike Chavez Jr. and Mikey Garcia, Andy Ruiz, who came up and left Top Rank for whatever reason they had and got all these big fights. Mikey Garcia, since that point, fought Errol Spence Jr., fought Adrian Broner, so he's had big fights. He's had these multi-million-dollar paydays, 50,000 plus people. I was there, AT&T Stadium. He's had these mega fights since leaving Top Rank. He never had a fight where he did 50,000 in the crowd until he left. But for whatever reason, Terence Crawford, he's saying, it wasn't my fault. I've been calling for the best guys, but that's only half of the battle. Like G.I. Joe says, knowing is half of the battle. Half of the battle is you having the willingness and desire in your heart to fight these guys. But at the end of the day, your business got to be in line too. And you got to make sure your team is able to get you what you want. And that hasn't been the case. Now this is just fact. He's fighting Shawn Porter. And this is years after Errol Spence already beat Shawn Porter. So I think it's a good fight if he can look exceptional or stop Shawn Porter, which is what he says he's going after. Then he'll get a lot of credit just based on being the first person to stop a durable Shawn Porter when guys like Keith Thurman and Errol Spence haven't done that. But nonetheless, Bud kind of bought a lot of these situations upon himself. And I really believe that. But as far as a stepping stone, that's just kind of common sense to me. With anybody who in boxing, if this guy has a name and this guy has fought another guy with the name, then naturally there's going to be that barometer where people look at past accomplishments, failures, triumphs, and look at your resume and see who you fought and who you lost. I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to, right? And they're going to look at who you lost to. And if there's active fighters that they can kind of compare, then they're going to do that. So to me, Crawford is just stating the obvious here by saying that people are using this as a barometer. Of course, they're going to do that. And that's always in boxing. You want to see how this person dispatches or wins or loses versus this other, and they have a mutual common opponent. So that's nothing new under the sun. to me, make sure you use my link in the description to purchase the Kenichi Bear Hibernation 5 headphones. Link is in the description. Great holiday gift, great gift. No matter if you're looking for a lifestyle headphone, gaming headphone, just an all-around headphone, use the link in the description. You know, as far as the fight, I'm looking forward to it. Crawford Porter should be a good one. Not sure exactly who I'm going to pick. I think I can make a case for both fighters. Crawford is going to be the favorite. Shawn Porter, he's a guy who you definitely can't count out, and he could bring something new. I'd have to think about the fight a little bit more, but I'll save that for another video. Let me know how I did in this video. Let me know if you agree. As far as Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, you know, we'll see. At the end of the day, we have to see how Crawford looks versus the mutual opponent, as Crawford is suggesting. And at the end of the day, I'm not convinced that the Errol Spence Crawford fight will happen. Crawford has this real good cop, bad cop, passive aggressive stuff going on when it comes to Errol Spence. And sometimes he'll mention him. Sometimes he say, oh, I'll never mention his name again. So I don't really know where he's at currently. And again, business, boxing, business, they're one and the same. The business has to make sense based on who Terence Crawford feels he is. Even if he beats a guy that Errol Spence already beat, like his last two fights, Kell Brook and Shawn Porter, I think that with this win, it may make the fight harder to make, because Crawford is going to feel like if he does beat Shawn Porter, he's going to feel like, oh, I'm the man. I beat him and you couldn't stop him, or I beat him more convincingly if that happens. And then he's going to have purse demands that may or may not get met, and probably won't get met by PBC and Errol Spence. So these are all other future topics. For now, we'll see how Crawford Porter goes. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.